Thanks for joining us and welcome to Winfield Speedway Park in Adelaide, South Australia for the running of the Adelaide Break 1986 Australian Super Sedan Championship. Good evening, my name is Ian Campbell and I'd like you to sit back and relax and watch 15 great heats of racing, a repechage and then the all-important 40-lap final. Over 60 race cars from all over Australia have come here to do battle tonight with the current Australian champion, Tony Grinstead. Who will be the 1986 champion? Let's wait and see.
Tell me, why do you rub the grease on the outside of the tyres?
So if you do hit the fence, you don't stick to it, you slide straight off, or if another car runs into you, he doesn't wreck your tyre, you know, he just slides off your tyre.
Because you've come so far, do you have to have lots of spares?
Yeah, a lot of spares and a good crew to put them all on in a hurry if you got to, you know, and which we've got. You know, they're not bad boys.
You looking forward to the races?
Yeah, I'm looking forward tonight. A bit of interstate competition, some lot of fast cars here. So I'll probably learn a thing or two, I'd say.
I think you might teach them a thing or two.
Oh, I don't know about that.
Do you get hot yourself in the car? You look as if you're wearing a lot of clothes.
You do get extremely hot. It depends on how you move about in the car. If you have to fight a lot in the car, you do get extremely hot.
What are you wearing?
Well, it's a protective racing suit and you've got protective woolen underwear, top and bottom.
And anything else under that?
Nothing else under that.
Just your knickers?
No knickers. You have your woolen underwear.
Tony, you're number one. You're still looking to be number one?
Yeah, hopefully. But a lot of cars here tonight. Yeah.
What do you think of the competition?
In Super Sedans, it's really close. It's really close. Yeah.
What did you think of it last night, the practice?
Yeah, they've prepared a good track for us to practice on. And I feel the cars are going quicker than mine at the moment. I have to pull the digit out a bit.
Yeah, you're enjoying the mood of it all?
Real good, a lot of excitement around the pits here. I noticed that Adelaide's a beautiful place. The temperature I can't handle, had 42 degrees or whatever the day we arrived on Wednesday. I had to put the trousers on, just couldn't handle the red legs, I tell you.
It's a lot of difference from Tasmania.
Tasmania, 25's hot, but it's a different type of heat, yeah, you know.
Do you get very hot in the car?
You would, yeah, you better believe it, I tell you. Yeah, looks like you had a bath when you get out.
Yes, you're leading a big West Australian contingent.
Yes, David. There's four of us here, John Singleton, myself, Peter Brook and Alan Buckley, our state champion. I'm current top point scorer at Claremont Speedway, but Alan Buckley's our state champion.
You're looking forward to tonight?
I am really. It's the first time I've been to South Australia and I'd like to go very well naturally, but there's about 60 other guys that'd like to go well as well. So,
how did you find practice?
Very good. We only went on the track once. We were a bit lucky, I think. We waited until I thought the track was about what it would be in racing. We went on the track, had a good look at it, adjusted the car, went on the track and lapped in around 18 seconds a lap and put the car away and it's all to the front end now to what we think's right. I hope we're right. So we didn't waste any petrol, I guess.
This is heat number 4. There's certainly been some tension in this one. And it's Jim Duggan, car number 39, wearing roof number 56. And it's going to be a little confusing for you out there. We are actually going off roof numbers for the Nationals because there's so many duplications throughout the state. Outside of him, the one and only man from South Australia, Robbie Marchant, in car number 33. Duggan battling on there. Have a look at this for a go around turn number 3 and they're really getting into it, but now in the lead Graham Cowland in car number 31. It's Cowland, Duggan and Forrester in that order, but New South Wales coming up to 4th place there with car number 22. Bill Quaid's the racer's name from Fraser in New South Wales, and the battle royal's really looming. Here comes Duggan, he's coming back again. Jim Duggan, a veteran of many years speedway racing. Oh, Margie, we've got a problem here. A rollover! Goodness gracious me, the catch fence. And what? Oh, you wouldn't believe this. Gavin McEachran absolutely wrecking his car there. We've had all sorts of problems. Car number 31 there, Graham Cowland, coming together with Jimmy Duggan, went up and bounced into the wall. But Gavin McEachran coming around right behind him in car 9. Fortunately out the car and okay. Broke a wheel. The wheel mounted the fence. Fortunately nobody injured. And thank God for that. Crash crews in attendance. I'm just probably a little speechless and bewildered by the whole happening. First of all, we had Jimmy Duggan and Graham Cowan in car number 31 racing into turn number 1. They're coming together, the two of them. Cowan spearing into the fence right between the two corners, and then coming around behind him was car number 79 wearing the roof number 9, which is Gavin McEachran from Mount Gambier. David Hill's very quickly on the scene with this melee, and he'll be talking to the drivers.
What happened?
Oh, the other guy, Duggan, come into us and bumped us out that way. I had nowhere to go. Brakes wouldn't stop me, so...
Well, how's the track been, all right?
Oh, yeah, so far, so good. It's not too bad.
Will you be back?
Not this race, no. That'll be end of us. There's a lot of front end damage there.
What an eventful heat this has been. Heat 4 of the Adelaide Break Australian Super Sedan Championship. The track now cleared. And of course, as David Hills would have brought you what exactly happened down there on turn number 1. There's 8 laps remaining as the green flag comes down for the restart. And it's Jimmy Duggan into turn number 1 from Victoria with car number 56. Behind him is car number 36, John Forrester. But the challenge coming from car number 22, Bill Quaid from Fraser in New South Wales. A bit of push and shove there as they go around the bottom turn, but coming up to join them is car number 33, and he's the man emblazoned with South Australia one, Robbie Marchant in the Dry Kick Auto Wreckers car. Oh, what bad luck. Bill Quaid onto the infield and out of contention of this event. I don't know what happened there, but just run out of power and pulled left. Forrester now coming back, and he's really putting the pedal to the metal in car number 36. But the challenge comes underneath. Robbie Marchant catches him napping there for 1 second, and it's all over. The leader, car number 56. Jim Duggan's the racer's name as he goes back into turn number 1. He's about 10 car lengths in front of Robbie Marchant, but right behind him is car number 76, which is John Forrester, but he's just been overhauled by car number 55, Gavin McKenzie from Victoria. The leader still unchallenged, but the go for the Miners is totally unbelievable. It's changing and swapping and like you wouldn't believe. The leader on your screen now, car number 56, comes around now, this time with 3 rotations of Winfield Speedway Park remaining. Backs it off into the corner, the big flame out the bottom of the big Camaro as he goes off turn number 2. Jim Duggan from Victoria, a veteran of many years speedway racing, has been national hot rod champion a few years back and turned to sedans about 1980. Second place as we see a car spin infield, car number 68, but he's well out of harm's way. That was Andrew Leach from South Australia. White flag being prepared. 1 to go for Jimmy Duggan. The battle's still going on for second place between McKenzie and Marchant. The leader down the back chute. He's got half a lap to go as he goes past the Winfield sign into turn number 3. He's up behind traffic. The second and third place are charging hard behind him. Marchant getting the better, but Jimmy Duggan will take out this very spectacular heat number 4. Robbie Marchant into second place. In third place from Victoria with roof number 55 is Gavin McKenzie. And you've got to believe it, this has been the most spectacular heat so far this evening, and plenty more action to come. Candidates coming up for heat number 8 of the Adelaide Break Australian Super Sedan Championship. 10 laps once again on the Coca-Cola scoreboard. More action coming up. Leading them off is Ross Wright in car 35 and Bill Quaid in car number 22. Racing this time right behind him is Jim English and Mark Weaver, and there's a push, shove and a hustle-tussle into turn number 1 and a little bit of an exchange of paint. We see a few of the hard chargers trying to get through from the back row, but the guys in the front have got big ideas of cleaning out. It's Ross Wright in the lead so far, but McQuaid on the low line, and in fact McQuaid will be first around to greet the 9-lap sign. Here's a go here. Ross Wright coming back and just about jumping over the front of McQuaid. A bit of humpo around their second turn. Boy, this is a bit of roughhouse stuff. They're trying to sort it right out. Still Quaid. Ross Wright and coming up to third place, car 17 from Victoria. Mark Weaver behind him. Oh, going to crash on the first turn, and one fell over. Must admit, if they get this guy back on his wheels very, very quick, I think there'll be minimal damage. Strange predicament involving car number 62, Pete Collins. Guy's got sideways. Pete's jammed on the brakes. Everything was fine. And round behind him came the Western Australia car and give him a little push and a bump, and that's all it needed. And there's the result. And once again on the scene, very, very quickly, David Hills.
Gino. That looked pretty spectacular from where we were. What was it like inside?
Well, it's pretty hairy, really, but I wish it didn't happen because this goes all right.
Yes. How's the car, do you think?
I think it should be all right. I think we'll change their wheel and radiator hose. It looks as if it's bashed it. Put another radiator hose. We'll probably be able to, on the third heat with a bit of luck.
Pick him up on the restart. This is heat number 8 of the Adelaide Break Australian Super Sedan Championship. Car number 22 leads him around. Bill Quaid. He's really got his act together again because we saw Bill in all sorts of trouble in the earlier heat, and he's absolutely flying. Bill, of course, from Fraser in New South Wales, and there's a few guys who want to change that position from him. One of them is sitting right behind him, car 35, Ross Wright. Once again they go. It's anybody's race still at the moment. Sitting behind Wright is car number 17 from Victoria, Mark Weaver, and right behind him is Jimmy English in the Big Falcon. Have a look at this, up in 5th place now. Oh, Weaver in all sorts of trouble there and just put himself right out of contention. Have a look, he's coming around the outside there. Car number 62 looking very, very good at the moment. Pete Collins. Already one win under the belt tonight, and Pete's going for 2. Pete Collins there, a great big biff. Quite an intention with Ross Wright. They come together and relegated back there. There was all sorts of panel damage on the front of Collins' car. Have a look at that. Goodness gracious, all sorts of action. Ross Wright relegated back, and he's going back and back and back. He has a suspension problem at the front or steering or something similar. The car is certainly not handling. Matter of fact, it could be an outside front flat tyre. It certainly is. Stewards will catch onto that directly. Collins now goes on his merry way. Collins into 2nd place. He's chasing Bill Quaid, car 22 from Fraser in New South Wales. The leader past us now with 3 rotations to go. 3 laps of Winfield Speedway Park. Here comes Collins. Collins now within striking distance. He's got 2.5 laps to do it in, and this is where the race is. Have a look at Collins. Does the high line number. Quaid and Collins go past the start-finish line. Into turn 1 again. It's Collins that gets the better. Ross Wright onto the infield. He's out of this one with an outside front flat tyre. Jimmy English still holding 3rd. And I don't think there'll be any challenge to Pete Collins, so he gets very untidy there in 4. 1 to go. Let's watch Collins now. He goes into 1, round into 2. See the panel damage there on the front of the car. That was the coming together with Ross Wright. But he's got half a lap to do. He's 3 or 4 car lengths in front of Quaid. And it's going to be 2 wins for 2 starts for this man. Coming across the line now. The win to Peter Collins in car number 62 in the Removal Rubbish Company car. 2nd place going to Bill Quaid. 3rd place to Jim English. 4th place and a great recovery by Mark Weaver, though I would have to check and see whether he's leapt down. I would suggest he's made up that position. And if you want action, stay there because we've got more. Another exciting 10 laps of racing for heat number 10 of the Adelaide Break Australian Super Sedan Championship. This time it's Rat Quinn trying to lead him away, but have a look at this. Clearing out on him is Robbie Marchant. Quinn gets the front inside wheel up off the deck, and he's chasing Marchant down the back chute. But sitting right behind them is Kim Cottrell. Another big chance in this championship. Who will it be? South Australia, Victoria, Western Australia, New South Wales. It's wide open, this championship. Tony Grinstead, of course, the defending champion here tonight. And this is going to be 15 heats of racing, a repechage and 40 big laps in the final to decide the 1986 Australian Super Sedan champion. But right at this moment, we've got the battle royal going on for the minors. When I say the minors, places 5 backwards. The leader down the back chute into turn number 3. Robbie Marchant's the boy. He's the man of the moment, but right behind him's Rat Quinn in car number 37. And Kim Cottrell hammering away in car number 4. Car number 42 up into 4th place. That's Des Alfovich from Samson, Western Australia in the Anita Tyre Service Buccaneer Pools car. We've got a problem. We've got a yellow light. And somebody's sitting very embarrassing. It looks like car number 41. That's Tom Knock from Craigmore, South Australia in the Glynn Auto Wreckers car. Sitting there with a very sad-looking engine piece on the exit to turn 4. The restart of heat number 10. 7 laps remaining on the Coca-Cola scoreboard. This is the Adelaide Brake Australian Super Sedan Championship. Bobby Marchand leading him around in car number 33. Ratwin behind him. And to keep him honest, Kim Cottrell running 3rd place at the moment. Car number 42, Des Alfovich from Samson, Western Australia, is breathing right down the neck with somebody in a little bit of trouble there, but forget them. Let's get back to the leaders. Holding position number 1 at the moment is the South Australian champion, Robbie Marchand. But have a look at Rat Quinn up on the inside of him. There's going to be a go into turn 1. The leader still Marchand. Quinn gets the front wheel up on the big Camaro. He can really honk this guy, but have a look at Cottrell. Cottrell slingshot off turn number 2 round the outside. He's holding 2nd, and he's going to have a bash for 1st. A drag race down the main chute, down into turn number 1 again. Cottrell coming around, he's cutting it better than all of them at the moment. It's a go down the back chute one more time. Oh, I can't believe this. Cottrell up on the high line, he's going to persist with it, and he's going to pull it off. Here comes Cottrell into the lead. What a great piece of driving. Have to be the driver of the night, I think, so far. Kim Cottrell in the car gear, Holiday Crash Co-op and Paulson Motors car. He's in the lead and looking good. Marchand holding 2nd, Quinn 3rd, and the Western Australia Alfovich up in 4th place. You can throw a blanket over the first 4 at the moment as they dive into turn 1. Here's where the race is at. Here's a go back, a challenge back for 1st place. Here comes Marchand. Cottrell running the mid-track line, gets around there too, hooks the rut, he's in trouble. The 2 of them from hero to zero, you've got to believe that. 2 laps remaining, and it's anybody still. Have a look there. Ratwin jammed in, trying to get out. Marchand trying to clear out. Cottrell trying to go with him. Alfovich hoping they'll all muck it up so he can fly through the lot of them. Lap cars going everywhere. 1 to go. Desperate stuff now. We'll count it down. Quinn gets it sideways. Marchand tries to clear out. Here comes Cottrell. He's still holding 2nd. Quinn would have 2 feet on the accelerator. Round they come. Here comes Marchand. The checkered flag. Dead cars in front of him. There's all sorts of happening. Robbie Marchand. Cottrell 2nd. Quinn hold on for 3rd. Alfovich 4th. Anybody's guess for 5th place, but I might give it to car number 21 coming through the line now, which would be the car of Evan Buckley from Western Australia. 15 heats, the repecharge, and then the 40-lap final. That's what's happening here tonight for the running of the Adelaide Brake Australian Super Sedan Championship. The challenge on Les Booker, who replaced Will Mackenzie tonight, with car number 46, goes into turn number 3. He's our initial leader of this race, and there's 9 big circulations of Winfield Speedway Park remaining before the checkered comes down. Car 43 running 2nd place. Ivor Bennigy coming through the field a bit further. And they're running in all sorts of directions at the moment. Pete Collins in the removal rubbish car up there involved in it too. One of the Western Australians. Collins running highline. Have a look in there. Oh, thank you. Had the gate shut right on him. The 19 car would be John Singleton from Western Australia, and please don't believe, I don't think for 1 minute was intentional. John just drifting up high. Pete seeing it fortunately, backing off, and here he goes again. Have a look at him this time. The leaders are battling away. Ah, cop that car, 43. Brian Holbrook from New South Wales there got a bit of a dotsy-do and relegated himself back to 3rd position. Booker still leading it. Dive into 1 there, but have a look at Collins out on the outside. He's doing a magnificent job. Collins in car 62. Booker in car 46 relegated back to 2nd place. Behind them should be car number 43, still hanging in there desperately, Brian Holbrook from New South Wales, John Singleton from Western Australia, and Ivor Bennigy up into 5th position. The race far from over with 5 laps remaining, half distance, and the battle for the minors is going to be a beauty right down to the wire. Bennigy now trying to get underneath Singleton there. If he does so, that'll put him into 4th place. Bennigy desperately needing points, was excluded himself from one event with some sort of problem, and he's back out there now wearing roof number 32. The leader down the back chute. Looking good is Peter Collins, and Pete Collins has now got about a 10-car length lead. 3 remaining this time past the start-finish line. Car 43 running second place, that's Brian Holbrook. And third place, the battle royal between Les Booker and John Singleton. Beneke losing a bit of ground there and out of contention. 2 to go, and it really should hot up this time. The leader's clear of it. Peter Collins, he's got this one in the bag unless a cruel stroke of fate grabs him on this last lap. Sorry, over these last 2 laps. But the battle for the minors is unbelievable. Singleton up there high, almost takes the South Australian bike sales sign away as Collins gets the 1-lap flag. Pete Collins on his last lap. The battle. Singleton up into 3rd place. Collins safe, half a lap to go. He's clearing through traffic. He goes into turn 3. He's coming into 4th. Collins also a big score in the points department. Another South Australian looking good. And here comes 2nd place as it go to the wire. I'll give it to car 43 for 2nd place. That's Brian Holbrook. 3rd place by a whisker John Singleton over Beneke into 4th. And 5th place should be going to Les Booker. More action? Stay there. Final heat for the Adelaide Break Australian Super Sedan Championship started and racing, and leading him away is car number 15, Peter Aylett from Tasmania. Right in behind him is car 55, Gavin McKenzie from Victoria. And we have a race on our hands. Tresize from Queensland in trouble up the rear of the field and pulling off the circuit. The leader, Aylett from Tasmania, doing it fine. Coming up to challenge him in 3rd place. Car number 38, and if it's the man, I think it's Gino LaRoviere. Had problems earlier in the night when he rolled around turn number 1. They were calling Gino LaRoviere. But he's got his act together. Let's watch the miners going back through the field. Terry Grist there trying to battle it away. And they're really going hammer and tongs. Also out there on the circuit would be the man from Western Australia that we were looking at before in car number 42. Grist still hammering away there. The miners, still a bone of contention amongst these guys as they settle down around the start-finish line again. Aylett from Mackenzie is the order, and now up to 3rd place is car number 65. He's really putting the hammer down as they go up the back chute. Peter O'Rourke's the racer's name from Victoria, but Grist around the outside. Terry Grist also from Victoria in. Oh, here we go. Cop that. Grist trying to get back into it. Yellow flag down. Grist with a little bit of help from his friends. Be interesting to see what the steward's decision is here. We lost Rodney Tresize in car number 6. From Queensland on the first lap, some sort of coming together around the 1-2 turn. And the most interesting bit will be the stewards. What should they do about Terry Grist? Now, Jeff Hogman with the rear of field sign coming right under the fence. Now, is he going to display it to Grist? No, O'Rourke getting rear of the field. So, let me put it to you this way. The little help from his friends is deemed, and I must say the word deemed to have come from O'Rourke. He's been put to the rear of field. Roveri from Broken Hill, New South Wales. Good to see the guys coming from all over Australia to contest this 1986 Super Sedan Championship here at Whitfield Speedway Park, brought to us by Adelaide Break. Restart looking better. Aylett to lead them away and racing. 6 remaining on the Coca-Cola scoreboard as they go into turn number 1. And it's Aylett, McKenzie, Grist, LaRoviere, and coming up behind him is Elfrovich. Grist up on the high line. Have a look at this. Trying to slingshot around McKenzie, and you've got to believe it, he does it. Grist into 1, round into 2. He's taking off after Aylett. They've got 4.5 rotations of Speedway Park to do it in. Let's see if Grist is good enough. Grist got that outside rear tyre really working on the big Corvette. He goes back into 1, gets up on the mid-track line. Aylett trying to clear out on him. 4 remaining. Back into into turn number 4. Aylett by half a car length. Grist can do this if he keeps up the pace. They're back into 1 again. He's up on the high line around the outside of Aylett. Aylett senses him there. He tries to slam the gate on him. They go back into turn number 3. 2.5 laps remaining. Here comes, oh, caught that. Yellow light down. Without being rude and not wishing to be the chief steward. Maybe just a little bit of loss of concentration there by Terry Grist. And poor old Aylett was turned right around. Pete Aylett. I'm just looking at this. That's where they're going to start him. Okay. Must have believed that it was just a little problem there. And of course the stewards are the stewards. There's 3 or 4 of them there. They've got 3 laps to do, and in the lap score is back to that. And this is where the race is at, in first place. Car 65 in all sorts of trouble there. He's lost power and he's just circulating very, very slowly. Aylett clears out. The battle on for third. Elfovich trying to get up there with Mackenzie. And it appears that Grist is in trouble this time. 2 remaining. 1 lap flag down, this time past the start-finish line. Aylett too far ahead for Grist to challenge unless he does something really stupid. Grist possibly having handling troubles with car number 57 for Victoria, but Aylett's going to take out the final heat. The final heat to the Tasmanian. Aylett taking the win. Grist running second place. Mackenzie holding on to third. Elfovich up into 4th place. 5th place be coming down to car number 21, which is Alan Buckley from Western Australia. And the Revere coming in position number 6. The balloon's going up now, and to start the National Championship. Pace car on the circuit with the courtesy of Winfield and Jeff Hogman, the man who will start them on their event. Flags crossed. Trying to bunch the field up there. Terry Grist going off position number 1. Mark Weaver off 2. Gil Aylett off 3. Kim Cottrell off 4. Gary Chippendale off 5. Peter Aylett off 6. Robbie Marchant off 7. Pete Collins off 8. Tony Grinstead, the defending champion, off 9. Des Elfovich off 10. Gavin McKenzie off 11. Rat Gwynn off 12, Harold Brennan off 13, John Singleton off 14, Peter Brook off 15, 16 will go Alan Buckley, and we're looking for a start. 40 laps of racing. This is the 1986 Super Sedan Championship, and Mark Weaver from Victoria leads them around between 1-2. We've got problems! We've got problems, the yellow down. And Rat Gwynn is out of it. He's crashed the front end in his car. What rotten luck. The first corner of the first lap, the tow truck for young Rat Gwynn, and that is tragic. The young racer has really put it down tonight, and he will not make the restart of the 1986 Adelaide Break Australian Super Sedan Championship. Restart 40 still up on the board. Racing again, and it's a charge into 1. Kristen Weaver going for it. Weaver up very high, got full right lock on the big Camaro. Slingshots off turn number 2, down the back chute. A race into 3, trying to wash off speed there. But it's still, we got somebody sideways. It's Marchant. Marchant brings down the second yellow. And somebody else broke a front end. We've got another car in trouble. Car 43, he is out of it. That's Brian Holbrook. Broke the front end and is on the infield. The toll. Without 1 lap of racing completed, 3 cars on the infield. We have got Brian Holbrook, also car 18 from Western Australia, Peter Brook, and car 21 from Waikerie here in South Australia, Rat Gwynn. The tension mounting, elimination, frustration and absolute anguish is what's coming down here. Once again, Weaver catches Chris napping, clears out into turn 1. Coming up through the field there, Cottrell, there's a heap of them in it. Aylett also there, the 2 Aylets as a matter of fact. Further back is Chippendale. We've got a front end hop and a broken tyre. There's another front end gone. The big Corvette's going to cause all sorts of trouble. Car 14, he's off the circuit and out of it. Car 14 is broken. Gil Aylett it was, and he is out of the hunt for the 86 Nationals. Weaver leads it away. Chris running second. Car number 4, Kim Cottrell into 3rd place. Coming on strong on Grist at the moment. Sitting behind them is Peter Aylett in car number 15. And the current national champion now up into 5th position. 37 laps remaining up on the scoreboard. And young Mark Weaver from Victoria is leading it by almost the length of the straightaway. Cottrell now into 2nd place. Chris running 3rd. And Aylett into 4th place. Meanwhile, back further, Chippendale and Grinstead going for it. We're looking for the back of the field again. I can see Jimmy English circulating in the big black Falcon number 13. 36 now, 35 as a matter of fact, as Weaver goes past the start-finish line. 2nd place, Cottrell running him down slightly, probably about 2 car lengths every 2 laps. Weaver be thinking to himself, now we've made the dash away from the wire, we're going to have to conserve this car. There is 34 circulations, and of course questions must be asked. How fit am I? How reliable is the car? Is the guy running power steering? All the comforts at home will be needed, because we know that 40 laps is a long, long way. A great test of man and machine. Placing's unchanged. Back markers getting past now. The minors still the same. Chippendale has overhauled Grinstead, the defending champion. And now we've got Grist having a problem. Comes back onto the circuit. Pfeiffer in there amongst there causing a problem. Grist seems to be having problems on the turns. Aylett in car 15 coming up beside him several times and letting him see the colour. Weaver by a lesser distance now. Goodness gracious me, Aylett in all sorts of bother. The distance between 1st and 2nd is getting smaller. We can see now as they come around that Weaver's about 6 or 7 car lengths in the lead. There is 30 laps remaining. Several other cars have gone for the infield with all sorts of bother. But the leader's still rotating. Weaver, a flapping panel on the offside, but at this stage in time causing no bother. Down the back chute our leader goes. Car 17 with the 17 roof number. Cottrell within striking distance. Pronger's out of it. Trevor Pronger, the guy who won the repechage, sadly out of the race. Towed all the way from Queensland to be in it and is out of contention. Pfeiffer sitting on the corner. Grist holding position number 3 in front of Aylett now as they go through traffic also. Grist looked very strong through the heats, but seems to be having a few handling problems at the moment. But of course the track relayed for this particular event and anything's happening. In superb condition now. Tyre wear should be minimal. Pfeiffer causing all sorts of problems out there. In fact, I'll take that back. It's not Pfeiffer that's rejoined the race. It's car number 2 from Broken Hill. As we pick up the leader one more time. Mark Weaver opened up his lead to about 8 car lengths again. In 2nd place, Kim Cottrell. In 3rd place, and now overhauling Terry Grist, is Peter Aylett from Tasmania. Grinstead, what's he doing? Is he pacing these guys? Is he letting them get too far in front? Is he going to make a dash? There's 24 up on the board. It'll be 23 this time when the leader passes by. The Victorian Mark Weaver leads South Australia's Kim Cottrell. In third place from Tasmania, Peter Aylett, followed by Victoria's Terry Grist. Two other Victorians running behind them, namely Gary Chippendale, defending champion Tony Grinstead. And then we go back to car number 42, which is from Western Australia, Des Alfovich. Alfovich now overhauls the defending champion. And we've got a sensation. Grinstead, the defending champion, will go out of it. He is up on the high line. Grinstead is out of it. The car restarting, he's having trouble with it. It looks like it's surging, whether it's fuel, what it is, I can't tell you. Weaver circulates past him, puts a lap on him as a matter of fact, and Grinstead sadly in all sorts of bother. Tony Grinstead is out of the event, and that is a sad, sad sign. Going onto the infield, his hopes of the back-to-back victories in the Australian Super Sedan Championship have just gone from him. He is out of the race, and that is terrible bad luck for this racer from Victoria. Jimmy English in trouble, car 13. He is boiling his head off back there, the big Falcon. Weaver, meantime, coming through the pack. He's coming around on Alfovich. English out of the stanza. He's on the infield as well. Overheating, I would suggest, is his major problem. Weaver still circulating. 18 remaining. 17 now as he goes past the start-finish line. Aylett now up to second place. Coming on very, very strong. And that's car 15, Pete Aylett from Tasmania. Put on a great showing tonight. And the Apple Islanders will be ecstatic if this guy can bring home the bacon. John Singleton, surprisingly, being lapped by Mark Weaver. Aylett running about 5 car lengths behind him. Behind that is Cottrell. Grist running in 4th position. Oh, Weaver, very untidy coming off the turn. These racers must be getting terribly, terribly tired. 15 remaining, 15 circulations of Winfield Speedway Park to victory in the Adelaide Break Australian Super Sedan Championship. The laps, turning a quarter of a mile into a mile, I'm sure, for these guys. The concentration needed. The lines have to be right. One bit of untidy driving costs you car lengths cost you positions, and that can cost you the race. Chippendale in trouble now. Gary Chippendale boiling eggs out the back of his car. The ex-Dallas Dyson Monza. Is he trying to conserve it, or what's going on? He's got a suspension problem possibly as well. I'm just trying to isolate what the problem is. Is it a flat outside front tyre? Aylett still not making much impression, but within striking distance there is 11 laps remaining, this time past the start-finish line. Let's recap the positions. This man is leading the race. Mark Weaver from Victoria. Chippendale out of it. There it is, a flat tyre and an overheated motor. Bad luck. Second place. Oh, Weaver! Weaver! What is letting go? Weaver blowing smoke furiously from the big Camaro. Is he to be robbed of this race? I think he is. We don't know. Was it a surge? The smoke seems to have sent the car backfiring badly. There is 10 laps remaining. 9 this time around. He's keeping it going. Can he do it? What was it? Aylett puts the pressure on. Aylett now going through into the lead. The Tasmanian now, Pete Aylett. Weaver in all sorts of trouble. What rot luck, this kid leading the race for over 3 quarters. Pete Aylett now leading it. There is 8 laps remaining. Kim Cottrell, can he get up again? He's coming through now. He's starting to put on a bit of pressure. This could be a go to the wire. 7 remaining this time round. Aylett in the lead. Here comes Cottrell. Is he's run too late? Can he sense there's a chance of victory? 6.5. Aylett comes around now. The front of the car damaged, but certainly not suspension-wise. Cottrell seems to be still trying to get his car going faster.